Shalom, everybody. Rabbi Edelstein here again with a short Torah thought, sponsored by MEOR, Washington, D.C. Our website is MEORDC.com. Check it out and learn about the programs we offer at GW University and elsewhere. And I've been doing these little presentations for a few months, and I want to say thank you to any of you and all of you who click on and tune in and listen and watch. I really appreciate it, and I hope you gain something from it. I enjoy doing them, and we're hoping to expand out into some more interesting locations. This is our den. I find it interesting, and I've gotten some nice comments on the picture back there that my mom gave to us, painting. But in any case, we're going to try to mix up some of the locations, hopefully, God willing, in the future. But I really enjoy doing these, and I know I talk fast, but it's because I want to try to get in some meaningful idea in as short a period of time as I can, and I sometimes go too long, I don't think I've ever gone too short. But in any case, I just wanted to take this moment and say thank you. I really appreciate your listening. This week's Torah portion is Pinchas, and it's in the book of Bamidbar, Numbers, and there are many interesting topics covered in Pinchas. Here's the one I'd like to share with, or talk about with you today, and that is the Korban Todah. You know, at the end of this week's Torah portion, there's a listing of the different offerings, animal offerings, korbanot, that were offered in the temple, in the Beit HaMikdash, for all the different holidays of the year, special offerings that were brought. Now, the whole topic of korbanot, of animal offerings, and the temple of old, very hard for us in the modern era to understand. It's true, and it's a big topic, and I don't want to go too long today. It's not our topic, but suffice it to say there's a lot more there with the offerings than we can ever imagine. Mystical secrets, the Ramban, Nachmanides talks about that, and in general, the word korban, sacrifice, is a very bad translation. Really, offering doesn't do it either. A korban comes from the root word karov, the karev in Hebrew, which means to come close, to be close. Because the purpose of bringing a korban in the Beit HaMikdash was to increase your closeness to God. If it was a sin offering, it would be part of an atonement process. If it was a joy offering, it was a way of spiritually elevating ourselves and connecting to God, and so forth, with all the different categories. But the point of it is, and something we don't understand so well today, it was a spiritual experience. That's how God wanted it to be. And it was an uplifting and a meaningful and a powerful experience. And when it ceased to be that way in our history, that's when God sent prophets like Isaiah and others to tell the Jewish people in God's name, I don't want your offerings if it doesn't come along with holiness and righteousness and an elevated lifestyle. So the korbanos, study them sometime. They're interesting, and there are many actually symbolic teachings they have, but the basic idea was to come close to God. So at the end of this week's Torah portion, it mentions the different communal offerings that were brought on holidays in the Beit HaMikdash. But it begins with something called the Korban Todah, which was called the Korban Tamid. Tamid means something continual. It was a continual offering, meaning it was offered every single day in the Beit HaMikdash. One offering in the morning and one offering in the afternoon. And all of the Jewish people participated symbolically in this because, of course, the Kohanim in the temple were directly involved, but there were groups of Jewish people in all the cities around the land of Israel who were divided up into weekly units, and they would pray and daven on behalf of the Jewish people when the Korban Tamid, when the continual offering was offered in the morning and the afternoon of every single day. It was truly a communal offering of elevation and atonement for the whole Jewish people. But it's interesting, Rabbi Samson Raphael Hirsch, great commentator, says, really it doesn't belong, the Korban Tamid, with the holiday offerings. Even though they're all offerings, the Korban Tamid is different. It's not associated with any holiday. It was a daily service, an offering, a Korban brought in the morning and the afternoon. What's it doing here linked up with the holiday offerings? And he says a beautiful thing. He says, the holidays in Hebrew, in the Torah, are called moadim, moed. And really the word moed is related to meeting or assembly, or it means a time when the Jewish people meet with God. Pesach, Shavuot, Sukkot, these are meeting time, a rendezvous with God, a meeting place with God. And of course the holidays inspire us with their the element of our history and the spiritual truths associated uniquely with each holiday. They're inspiring. They make the Jewish calendar year fresh and exciting. So Rabbi Hirsch says we're supposed to bring that same excitement and freshness to the daily Korban Tamid, the daily offering. And more broadly speaking, the idea being that most of our lives are not eating matzah on Pesach and the Seder night. Those are beautiful, special nights. Most of our lives are not listening to the beautiful shofar on Rosh Hashanah. Most of our lives are day in, day out, no particular holiday. So what? We're only inspired on the holidays? No. We have to bring the inspiration of the Moed, the Moadim, and make every day a Moed, a meeting place, a meeting time between us and God. That's why the Korban Tamid is listed with the other ones. Really, our lives are led day to day, and of course God gives us the blessing of special holidays, special days, but day in, day out, that's where we build our connection to God. That's when we're supposed to elevate ourselves. We're supposed to look at every day as special, every minute of our lives as miraculous. As Rabbi Hirsch beautifully says, God split the sea and showed us those miracles earlier in our history in order that we'd open our eyes to see the daily miracles of the constant laws that God set up, the laws of nature as we call them, the sun and the moon and all the incredible intricate workings of the world God set up. Every minute, every second is a miracle full of freshness and inspiration, and that's what we're supposed to internalize within ourselves in learning about the Korban Tamid, and when we brought the Korban Tamid of old, to renew and reinvigorate ourselves with the energy and inspiration of a holiday every single day. Shabbat Shalom.